Hold on, cause his phone is like facing us.
You good? We on the air. Somebody check the channel. We on my page. My damn asthma. Fuck with me. My damn asthma.
Yeah.
I woke up to breathe.
Yeah.
I've been taking this damn asthma pump.
Is it the bronchitis?
Yeah, it's the bronchitis. Because this when you know it's bronchitis, the phlegm is white. It's white creamy. You know what I'm saying? That's bronchitis. It's inflammation in the airway.
You need some oil oregano. Break all that shit up.
Chamomile.
Chamomile. Yeah, we good.
Boil some stuff. Stand over.
Yeah, I need just
break.
just for my just airway. Yeah, I want to go.
Shalom, y'all.
Matthew 24. Somebody got that. Hey, shalom. And first and foremost, I give all glory, honor, praises to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Kakodash.
the Modest Our elders and apostles, a great millstone. Salutations to the occupants, pushing this truth, sincerity, love, diligence, respect, fear, and trembling. I, Gms Wisconsin, coming back with another lesson, another highways and hedges. All right, chief place of concourse. All right, the opening to the gates. You know, to declare the downfall of Esau, Edom, which is the so-called white man, and as well as wake up the hopeful elect, which consists of the blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right, and those that are of Israelite descent by the way of their fathers, not the fucking mother. It's by the way of the fathers. The father holds the seed. All right. So we're gonna get into Matthew chapter 24, which is a heavy, prophetic chapter. You're gonna have prophecies that happen in the ancient world, and then we have prophecies that's gonna happen in our times within this chapter. So we're gonna try to get through the whole chapter. If not, you know how the spirit goes. Spirit is like the wind. So if anybody got anything opening, or just get straight to it, we get straight to it. Yep.
This is Matthew chapter 24.
Oh, you got it. I had it. Go ahead. You ready? Go ahead.
Matthew chapter 24, verse 1. It says, "The went out, departed from the temple. His disciples came to him, the building of the temple. And Yahushua said unto them, See ye not all these things? Verily I say unto you, there shall not be left here one stone upon another, that shall not be thrown down."
Yeah, and that right there, he was talking about his body. Okay, he wasn't talking about the actual temple. Okay, because those temples was a big staple in Rome at that time. I believe Herod actually built those temples, and those were idolized, really. You know, and that's one of the, and you know what? When you go into, I can't remember where it's at. I don't know if it's in Acts, but this was one of the false witnesses that they put on Yahushua. Yeah. They said, well, he said he was going to destroy the temple, and he was really talking about his body. If anybody can search that out real quick and find that, okay? Because that's that was one of the false. One of the false witnesses said against Yahushua, because they didn't understand what he meant. All right, he was talking about his body. All right,
and he did prophesy that that temple would be destroyed.
Yep.
Yeah, because he became the temple.
Yep.
You know, he became the temple, and that's something that he was trying to convey to the disciples.
Yep. If anybody can find it, we'll add it in whenever you find it.
Well, I
Keep going.
I found where he said it.
Yeah, or just ask ChatGPT or ask Google. Well, where is it where the false prophet made the false witness made the claim that the Lord would destroy the temple? because that was a heavy offense.
Yeah, it was.
So
it was.
they was trying to get him killed. That was a heavy offense for the Roman Empire. If you destroy anything of the Romans,
Yeah.
you know, you
Try
get
to-
penalized.
Trying to put in the temple in the correlation of the Lord's body, something like that. It'll probably give you a list of precepts. If anybody else could do it. ChatGPT.
What was it? The Lord's.
Yeah, the correlation between the physical temple and the Lord's body. Something like that. I can take you here.
Yeah,
unless you
I got it right here. It's what do you want me to start up? It's Matthew chapter 26, verse 60.
Not with. Go ahead.
This is probably going to keep it.
Yeah. 60. It's the book of St. Matthew, chapter 26, and verse 59. And it reads, "Now the chief priests and elders and all the council sought false witness against Yahushua to put him to death, but found none. Yea, though many false witnesses came, yet found they none. At least came 2 false witnesses, and said, This fellow said, I am able to destroy the temple of God."
Yeah, see, they lied. Well, they didn't understand.
Yeah.
It wasn't that they quote unquote lied. They didn't understand that he wasn't talking about that temple. He was talking about his body, and that's when he was going to be crucified, and he was in his body in the earth. Okay, go ahead.
It says, and to build it in 3 days.
Yep.
And the high priest,
That's when he was going to resurrect.
Yeah.
When Yahweh resurrected Yahushua. Okay, within 3 days? Which, if I'm not mistaken, is really would be the 4th because it's the evening.
Yeah.
The fourth day.
Yeah, and then that's prophecy because it says in Psalms that the Lord
For his
delivered
mercy. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
In Psalms it says that the Lord would not let his body corrupt.
Be corrupt.
Yeah, and that was prophecy that David had spoken.
Yep.
Well, in the
So when Yahushua came, man, a lot of things was being fulfilled. All right. That's why he said, "I will not destroy the prophets or the law until all things be fulfilled." Matthew 1 and Matthew 2 goes into when you read Matthew 1 and Matthew 2, you will notice that it continues to say, "As it was written," and then it'll speak about a prophecy that the of old had prophesied about. As it is written, as it is written.
Man, because it's always been iterated.
Yep.
You know, from old, always been iterated.
Yahushua was always prophesied about.
Yep, all
And that's
time.
why the disciples asked, now is the time to restore the kingdom unto Israel, because it was a known thing. It wasn't known. It was a known thing that Jerusalem had the promises. It was a known thing that the Lord dealt with the Jews, the Israelites. Only this day and age is fucked up where the world thinks that everybody can be delivered and saved. But back in the ancient world, it was already known for whose salvation was for. Okay, that wasn't a mystery back then. It became a mystery now through lies and deceit from the false prophet, deceiving and being deceived. I mean, that's in Revelation, the 20th chapter, when he got out of that prison. We spoke about that a couple of days ago. When he got out that prison, he went to deceive the whole world, and that was part of the deception. You know, but back in these days, the world knew. The nations knew who the Lord dealt with. They continuously had counsels on the Israelites. Numbers, the 22nd and 23rd chapter, against Balaam and Balak, counsels against the Israelites. Achor and Ammon and Judas. All right, counsels against the Israelites. They knew that the Lord dealt with the Israelites. Only today is when it's all fucked up, and everybody believes the Lord loves everybody. You know. But go ahead. You got some more?
Book of St. Matthew, chapter 26 and verse 62. And the high priest arose and said unto him, Answerest thou nothing? What is it which these witnesses? It's like what is it which these witnesses against thee? It says, but Yahushua held his peace, and the high priest answered and said unto him, I adjure thee by the living power, that thou tell us whether thou be the anointed, the son of Yahweh.
it had to be known that the anointed was coming.
Yeah.
So they had Israelites who were privy to that understanding that, that they were seeking a sign. It was going to be a sign. It was going to be a son.
But they missed the sign.
Yep.
They missed it. They missed it off of where he grew up at.
Yep. And then
Because he was born in Bethlehem.
Yep. Yep.
You know.
It was
So they
it was a
missed the
stumbling
sign. It was a stumbling block. He went into Egypt. You know.
Yeah, because even one of the high priests said in Luke that it was privy for one to die for the whole nation.
Yeah.
So they had to know, or at least.
That was in John. I
it?
believe
Okay.
one of the high priests said it in John 11.
Okay.
I don't know if it was Caiaphas, but one of the high priests said it because they understood. They knew
Right.
it. Actually, in fact, go to that. Get John. It's 11 and start from 45. Yeah. Like John 11 and 45.
All right, this is John 11 and 45. It says, then many of the Jews which came to Mary and had seen the things that which Yahushua did, he was doing miracles, go ahead, believed on him. But some of them went their ways to the Pharisees and told them what things Yahushua had done.
Makes ass things. Go ahead.
It says, then gathered the chief priests and the Pharisees a council and said, what do we? For this man doeth many miracles. If we let him thus alone,
Oh yeah.
all men will believe on him.
Yep.
Yeah, because
It was undeniable.
Yeah,
The miracles he was doing was undeniable. It had to come from some power. That's why when the disciples began their ministry, right? When the disciples started to get into action, right? The Acts, they asked, "Who name are you coming in? You know, who name are you coming in?" And it was coming in the name of Yahushua. You know. Go ahead.
God, this back in John 11 and 48. It says, if we let him thus alone, all men will believe on him,
Right.
and the Romans shall come and take him away, both our place and nation.
Yeah, because they had a status in the Roman Empire. Okay, they were set up by the Romans to control the Jews.
And
They were getting
comfortable.
they was comfortable. They was getting money from the temple. You know, they had certain access to certain things in Rome, just like the quote unquote gatekeepers of today. You know, in these different industries and stuff, you have false. You have wicked Israelites that make allegiances with the devil, and they become, you know, in a sense, gatekeepers. You know, they get money. You know, they get certain spoils of the world. You know, so they worried about their place being taken. Like, he doing miracles, undeniable. We got to find out how we can get this dude out the picture. You know, that's why they kept on having those councils. Go ahead.
And plus, you messing up their money.
Yeah, the money was getting messed up.
They say they love the high seats.
Yep. All you gotta understand, all the attention was being turned to Yahushua.
Yeah.
All the attention was being turned to him. That's why they keep having councils. Like, what the hell?
Yeah, because the scripture says.
They had multitudes of people. Just imagine you doing your thing and then out of nowhere, it's multitudes of people just following this one
They
man.
stopped coming to the temple just
And
to go
listening
see
to
him.
Yahushua, man.
And remember, they were following him.
Yep.
You know, you had multitudes following
Yep.
the Lord.
And look, understand, multitudes, we ain't about 8, 10 people, man. He had hundreds of people,
Yeah.
thousands of people following him, man. So they're like, we gotta do something about this Yahushua guy. You know? You gotta, like, you know, put your mind in the scriptures. You gotta understand that. Extrapolate. Just like today, the Israelites is taking over the world right now. The Israelites is all over. You look, it'll be a video of bitches shaking ass. All right? You will click on the comments and bitch getting rebuked with scriptures. You know what I'm saying? Getting called Eve, you know? All type of stuff, man. You know?
Put on those pants, sister.
Yeah, put on those pants, sister.
Put the scripture on that.
You know?
Right.
Yeah,
the woman shall not wear that.
That wasn't going on, man. Nobody was hitting the law, hitting the scriptures before the Israelites came, man. You see a fight between a so-called white man and a black man, and you got Jake putting Genesis 25, Jacob and Esau. Come on, man, this thing is taking over this world, man. All right? So just like in the time of Yahushua that there was a problem Yahweh was a problem for the Roman Empire. Well, guess what? The prophecy is a problem right now for the Roman Empire all over again, man.
I'd say that too. Because of the
Don't think that what we doing isn't significant to the peons and the nobodies and the two-time losers, you know, and stupid ass Israelites, the 2/3. They don't think that this is profiting or have any or meaning behind it. All right, but that devil, he knows what this is about, man. Real quick, get Psalms 50 and 21,
And don't forget
or
about
51 and 20.
don't forget about JP and their podcast mentioning the scriptures too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They be having little talk, radio
Yep,
talk
talks and
things.
shit. Yep.
You know, they mentioned in the Israelites.
Yep.
They've mentioned the Israelites quite often on Drink Champs.
Yeah.
You know,
And it's been going since the 80s. It was since the early 70s, late 60s.
yep. But now it's broadened.
Yeah.
It's on a higher level because it was only in certain areas. You know, of course, New York, Detroit, they had certain Israelites brothers was teaching in certain areas. But now it's all over the world, man.
Wide scale.
Because of that interview.
The global, yep. You got that?
Is that 50 and 20? Because of 50, 51 and they go to
51 on the go to 19. Do 20. 50, see it was 50 and 20. Set them up before that 9. That's what I'm looking
Yeah,
for.
50 and 20.
50 and 20?
Yeah, right.
Okay.
So the book of Psalms, chapter 50 and verse 21. These things hast thou done, and I kept silence.
Yeah, on how this devil tried to manipulate, bamboozle, swindle, hoodwink, bewitch the Israelites. All right, take them down, destroy them, took their culture, their nation, their tongue, their heritage, their customs, traditions. All right, replaced it with Edomite God worship, false deity worship. All right, go ahead.
It says, thou thoughtest that I was altogether such an one as thyself.
Yeah, because they had ultimate control over the world. All right, when Esau began to raise up in the ranks, you know, of leadership over the globe, it was basically like he was a god. Nothing stopped him from doing what he wanted to do.
So by
So
default,
that put a godlike complex in his mind. Well, he can't be stopped then.
Yeah.
Okay, but
So
the
the
Lord.
Most High must be with me.
Yeah.
I can do all this,
Yep. Go ahead.
But I will reprove thee
Uh-huh.
and set them in order before thine eyes.
I will reprove thee and set them in order before thine eyes. And this is what the Lord is doing by the way of the internet. See, the Israelites is being set up, meaning the tabernacle of David, the north and the south is coming together. All right?
Testimony against
The
Esau.
testimony against Esau. We the witnesses. All right? That testimony against this devil. That's that reproof. You know? Because when you were loose from their prison, all you did was deceive, man. All right? You got Israelites believing that they're Puerto Rican, black, African American, Indian, Haitian, Dominican, you know, Mexican. All right? But they're really the children of Israel from the respectable tribes: Judah, Issachar, Naphtali, you know, Asher, you know, Simeon. So now we're coming back. We're getting that power back. Grab real quick. Keep that John. Yeah, what does it say? Isaiah, where it says, neither shall their face wax pale.
Oh yeah.
It's Isaiah 29, 22, yeah, 20 something.
22 and 29.
Yep. Because remember, we used to use that one to say we wouldn't be, we look so-called white. But that's really dealing with something else.
All right, this is Isaiah 29:22. Yep. It says, therefore thus saith the Lord Yahweh, who redeemed Abraham concerning the house of Jacob.
Right? Concerning the house of Jacob, understand this is dealing with the Israelites. When it says Jacob, it's talking about the tribes. Jacob is the father of the tribes. Go ahead.
Jacob shall not now be ashamed,
Uh-huh.
neither shall his face wax pale.
Yeah, and that word pale goes into weak or feeble. See, because once upon a time we were weak. All right? that healed was wounded. All right? But now we're not weak anymore. We're not feeble because now we know who our power is. Now we know that we are the chosen seed. See? Go ahead.
All right, just back in Isaiah 29, 23, it says, but when he seeth his children the work of my hands in the midst of him, they shall sanctify my name and sanctify the Holy One of Jacob.
And that's what we're doing now. See? Sanctify thy name, Nate. IUIC.
It means to make holy, to make separate, to make a distinction.
Yep.
That's what the true believers are doing. Those that stand so stiffly for his name.
Yep, read that again.
God, just back in Isaiah 29 and 23, it says, but when he seeth his children the work of my hand, in the midst of him, they shall sanctify my name.
Yep.
And sanctify the Holy One of Jacob.
Yep.
And shall fear the Most High of Israel.
So now we're coming back. So we're not weak anymore.
You're not
all right? Well, yeah. You sons of Jacob are not consumed. Now we woke up. We found our power. All right? We know the names of our power. All right? We're getting to understand the will of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. So that's a big problem for Esau. All right? Yes, all right, that's it.
What about
It's-
24?
Go ahead.
It says, verse 24 say, they also that erred in spirit.
There we go. That's it.
Yep. They also that erred in spirit shall come to understand
You
it.
see that? Those that erred in spirit shall come to understand it. This is what Esau didn't want. This is that reproving. I will reprove them and set them in order before thine eyes. That's us turning from wickedness to righteousness. Okay? Ephesians the 2nd chapter said that how we was quickened. We was once dead, but then we became made alive.
Yep.
And that's what puts fear in this devil.
Yeah, Hebrews 10:32, which is my favorite scripture. We've been illuminated.
Yep, right.
So illuminated to understanding and wisdom.
Yep,
the
Love is
light.
true.
enlightened. We've been enlightened
Light. Yep.
Yeah, because
in this darkness.
America has been trying to keep us absent. I mean, keep the light absent from us.
Yeah.
Dude, 1832, Henry Louis Gates. Henry Berry, no, not Louis Gates.
Yeah.
Henry Berry. He made the quote. He said that they don't want any form of light to enter into the mind of the so-called Negro.
Yep. And that light is Yahushua.
Yep.
That light is Yahushua. So they set up the 501c3 charter.
Yep.
All right. Back in the time of slavery, they had Esau behind in the sermons.
Yes.
You know, monitoring what we're speaking. Because remember, they had the slave Bible. And don't forget about Nat Turner, who the origin was him reading the Bible.
Him
You
coming
know?
out of his sleep, and that's
Yep.
why we would get put to death if we were caught reading.
The Bible.
Oh, yeah, yep, the Bible.
Specifically, if you got caught reading the Bible, you get put to death. Why the Bible? Is the Bible the white man's book? Why the Bible? Why would we get destroyed? And why would we get killed, hung, burned if we read the Bible? Because the Bible is our book. Okay?
I just back in the 24th verse. It says, they also that erred in the spirit, in
Uh-huh.
spirit shall come to understand it.
Yep.
And they that murmured shall learn doctrine.
Yep. And they that murmur shall learn doctrine. And we're learning doctrine. All right? Go back to John 11.
Can I get that definition for doctrine?
Whatever you got.
It says, they that murmured shall learn doctrine.
Mm-hmm.
You go to the word doctrine, the Hebrew word is laquaf. All right? And it says properly something received, i.e. mentally, instruction, whether on part of a teacher or hearer.
That's it.
Yeah.
Doctrine. The teachings of the scriptures. The true breakdowns, the true understanding. All right?
Yeah, because it was told that we were going to lose our heritage.
Yep.
It said discontinue from thy heritage. And then Jacob was going to be destroyed because they, what is it, Hosea 4:6?
Mike, I'm going to go in my car, get my Gatorade.
Hosea 4:6, it says, my people are destroyed for the lack of knowledge.
Yep.
because they rejected. Basically, they rejected the truth of the paraphrase. My bad.
No, you good. Now I'm going back to John 11. I'm gonna start the 47th verse again.
Okay.
Matter of fact, 45. It says, "Then many of the Jews which came to Mary and had seen the things which Yahushua did believed on him. But some of them went their ways to the Pharisees and told them what things Yahushua had done. Then gathered the chief priests and the Pharisees a council and said, What do we? For this man doeth many miracles. If we let him thus alone, all men will believe on him. And the Romans shall come and take away both our place and nation."
And you got to remember, in its history to that, leave it out of the Hasmonean dynasty. Leave it out of the Hasmonean dynasty. The priests was set up because those priests were the ones that actually stood for the laws. So they made a league with the Romans to take care of the Greek problem. And then they took care of the Greek problem, but then you became some slaves to the Romans. But the priests, but the priests end up making deals with the Romans to keep the customs. Well, you know, they was building the temples, and well, look, y'all can continue worshiping y'all God, but that building getting taxed. You know, y'all will be the overseers of your people. Y'all deal with y'all people. You know, y'all the overseers of y'all people, and then y'all report to us. Don't let them transgress Roman law.
Yeah.
All right, that's why they kept on trying to get Yahushua caught up in what he was saying, so they can make an account to go to the Romans to destroy him, man. And going back to the topic, the 24th chapter is the false witnesses said that he said that they was going to destroy the temple. Yeah. That's why the Romans got pissed. Yeah. They didn't care about none of that other shit. It was about him saying he was going to destroy the temple. That was the Romans' temple. That was Romans' property. You know?
Yeah.
You got something?
Back in Matthew 24.
It keep going on there.
Just back in John 11 and 49, it says, "And one of them named Caiaphas, being the high priest that same year, said unto them, Ye know nothing at all."
Right, you know nothing at all. Go ahead.
It says, "Nor consider that it is expedient for us that one man should die for the people, and that whole nation perish not."
See that? That was talking about the nation of Israel.
Right.
So that was prophecy. He had to know.
They knew.
Yeah,
This right here lets us know that them motherfuckers knew that was the Messiah. They knew that was Yahushua. They knew that was the Messiah. The point was they didn't want their place and nation being taken away, meaning their status within the Roman Empire. Okay?
Remember, they had the worship. They had to give credence to the emperor.
Yeah.
They call it emperor worship.
Yeah, yep.
So anybody that came that was essentially,
They were subject.
yeah. So Yahushua threatened that.
Yeah.
You know, he's the true king.
I'm the
Remember,
king
they
of the
tried to-
Jews.
Exactly. Remember, he almost got taken out by Herod for that.
Yep.
Yeah, say, "Are you king of the Jews?" Say, "If thou sayest."
Thou sayest, yep.
Thou sayest. John 11 and 51, it says, "And this spake he not himself, but being high priest that year prophesied that Yahushua should die for that nation."
That's it. That's it. And Yahushua did exactly that. Okay? But my point is that it was already known, man. It was known on who the Lord was coming for. It's just now in this demonic ass age that we're living in that everybody believes that everybody can be saved. That's not so when you read the scriptures accordingly. Alright? Is that it on that?
I mean, he goes all the way down to 57.
No, that's it. We good. Go ahead. Let's go back to
This is,
verse
yep,
1.
yep, Matthew 24 and 1, it says, "And Yahushua went out and departed from the temple, and his disciples came to him for to shew him the buildings of the temple. And Yahushua said unto them, See ye not all these things? Verily I say unto you, there shall not be left here one stone upon another that shall not be thrown down. And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, Tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall be the sign of thy coming? It says, in the end of the world.
That's it. So when shall these things be? What shall be the sign of thy coming and the end of the world? And when you go into that word world, which I'm gonna get right now. What?
Wait, oh, okay. Not the same word. John 3:16.
Okay, here we go. Verse 3. The end of the world. This eon, I'm sorry, it's 3. Is
Oikoumene.
cosmos is dealing with J. Eon is dealing with an age. Oikoumene is dealing with the entire planet, the whole world for that matter.
What verse?
Verse 3.
21 and 3.
24 and 3.
Okay, slack.
Here we go. So eon, forever and unbroken age, for perpetual time, eternity, no, a period of time, age. That's what this is. It's a period of time, or it's an age. Okay. So when shall the end of this age be? That's what the disciples wanted to know and wanted to understand. Okay. So let's go.
This is verse 4, Matthew 24:4. And Yahushua answered and said unto them, take heed that no man deceive you.
Pay attention, be watchful. Take heed meaning to be aware. Okay, so now he's gonna start going down what they had to watch out for back then and what we have to watch out for now. Go ahead.
It says, for many shall come in my name, saying, I am the chosen.
Yep.
And shall deceive many.
Yep, and that happened back then and it's happening now. You got apostates, you got agents, you have people literally saying that they are the Messiah. Alright? And deceive many. You got different churches. All right, different temples, whether it be an Israelite church that's not fully equipped with 100% knowledge, or one of these plantation Christianity churches. Okay, go ahead.
It says, and you shall hear of wars and rumors of wars.
Wars and rumors of wars. They was having wars and rumors of wars back in the ancient world. Okay, we're having wars and rumors of wars now. Since America planted its flag, so to speak, they've been in nothing but wars. Find how many wars have America been in since America was established. Since America was established all the way to 2026, how many wars have America been in? This place has never had a break. So war is a big sign of an empire falling.
It's not in the never-ending war now with Iran.
Yeah, this is going to lead into the Big Bang, which is World War III.
They already sent like four young soldiers, American soldiers in a box.
Yeah, it's more.
Already. It's
Yeah,
more.
it's more.
Yeah, Malcolm did a
They
lesson.
didn't show 4 motherfuckers, but I knew it was
Yeah,
more.
thousands, probably hundreds.
Yeah.
You know,
Because they're shooting American military bases that's in these different strategic
yeah, they
areas.
fucking people up, man.
I got that.
You got it. Go ahead.
So this is Google, and it says the United States. So like, the United States has formally declared war 5 times, covering 11 separate conflicts, but has fought in more than 30 major unannounced wars and hundreds of total military actions since 1776.
Hundreds.
Hundreds.
If you imagine, it's at hundreds. If you imagine it's only been here 200 years.
How the
So
fuck?
for every year you got a war. Or
Every
something
year
like
you got
that.
a secret war going on.
Military actions. And my bad, Slocky, but those actions technically is really committing certain type of wars in people's lands. They're not calling it war.
Yeah, they're not calling it war.
Yeah, they're taking over other people's lands
Yep.
and things like that.
Man, that's why the scripture said he's not a keeper at home.
But they keep doing these wars because that's how they make their money. And then I think we were talking about it the other day, how Esau is blessed by his sword, right?
Yep,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
it.
That's how he gets it.
That's it. That's how you get it.
6 and 4.
Revelation 6, yep. Yeah, get that. Yeah, get that.
That's how you know it's Esau, because it's and then the one I love is Hebrews 11 and 20. It goes into how Isaac blessed Jacob and Esau according to things to come. Basically, he blessed them according to what they was going to inherit in the future. So this is dealing with the blessing of Esau and Jacob in the future. But Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followed. And And Jacob's kingdom begins right at the end of Esau's kingdom. So
I got it real quick. This is
11:20.
Hebrews 11:20. By faith, Isaac blessed Jacob and Esau concerning things to come.
Right. And so when you look at Genesis 27 and 40, well, 39 to 40, it explains that he was going to cover the earth as a dew of heaven. That he was going to have the fatness of the earth, meaning the riches, and that he says, it's about thy sword shalt thou live. You go to the word sword, it's charab. You got to go to the root word, which means to lay waste or to make desolate.
To sustain.
To sustain life. To keep his life going. And that's exactly what the so-called white man has been doing over the last 400, 500 years.
And who blessed him with that? Yahweh blessed him with that earlier.
What's cold is when you go into 1 John 3 and 8, it says, for this purpose that the Lord was created, so he can destroy the works of the devil.
That he created.
Yeah. So
Yahweh
he was manifested.
Yahweh shall birth the wicked.
Yeah.
He birthed the wicked and the righteous.
Yeah, that's right.
You know? Damn. Yep. Go ahead, you got some more?
I got no, that was it. I got that Revelation 6 and 4. If you
Okay,
bring it out. This is Revelation 6 and 4, and it reads, and there went out another horse that was red, and power was given to him that sat there to take peace from the earth.
Now that horse represents power, you know. And then and then when you go to the word red, okay, that goes back to Esau. Remember, it says Esau is Edom. Edom, he got that name by eating that red pottage. See, so he that's his name. Esau is interchangeable. Esau is Edom, and that's Genesis 25 and 30. When you go into that, it just simply shows you that he's red. So it's the same person. Yeah, that's who it's pointing to. It's pointing to a particular people.
Yeah, the Red Shield family, Rothschilds.
Yep, there you go.
Red Shield, the elites. Okay?
Right.
It all connects, the elites of this world. All right? They go by the Rothschilds. They go by the Red Shield. Okay?
You got it.
Him that sat there to take peace from the earth.
And also, Salaki, I mean to cut you off, but if you look at the word Mount Seir, he's talking about Esau as a whole too.
Oh, God. Isn't that where they found the pillars and stuff?
Yeah,
like basically what we see in buildings today.
Yeah, and it goes back to Petra. You know, that land Petra over in the Rocky Hills, Cave City.
Right, perfect. I'm glad you said that because this is where we at. This is Mount Petra. This is Mount Seir. You know?
Rome all over again.
Rock.
And see, that's why Matthew 24 is so, it correlates to this time as well, because this is the second Rome. This is Rome revitalized. So the things that they did in Rome to the Israelites in Rome, which we're going to get into, is the same thing they're doing all over again. It's nothing new under the sun. You know? So you got
and that they should kill one another, and there was given unto him a great sword.
Right, and that's the point. It was given unto him a great sword. Now, who was that sword given to? When you read, you got to go back to the beginning. All right, because it does tell you who somebody received the sword as a blessing, and that was Esau. Okay, and that's how we know who's doing it. It says, and he took peace from the earth. Within the last 500 years, there's been what? Land removal. It's been a genocide on the Native Americans.
Yep.
All right. It's been a transatlantic slave trade. Exactly. And they said these are the worstest crimes ever committed in the history of mankind. You're talking about hundreds of millions of people being, displaced and either genocided and forgotten about, essentially, and put on reservations and boarding schools and all that type of stuff. And then you got the transatlantic slave trade. And you got
fucked up, Jake.
Yeah, war on 1812. You got a long list of stuff, man. You got the Civil War. You got the war between the Spanish, the British, and the French. The three horns. And then the one horn, that's in Daniel 7. So you got a long list. It says they took peace from the earth. Esau's been fighting since he's gotten to the western shores of America.
Yep.
Or the Americas.
Yep. Atrocities.
So you can't hide it. You can't hide it now.
It's Google. It says a large majority of nations at the United Nations voted to recognize the transatlantic slave trade as the gravest crime against humanity, with 123 countries in favor and 3 opposing votes. The
Right.
United States, Israel, and Argentina.
Right, because it's more Amalek over in Argentina taking over, the Northern Kingdom.
And speaking of Amalek, they saying that what's the name of that?
Go figure. Go figure, because the Jews, Israel, the reason why they don't acknowledge that the transatlantic slave trade is the worst crime ever committed is because they funded the transatlantic slave trade. They funded the boats. The West Dutch Indies Company. Those are Jews. So of course they're not gonna own up to what they've been a part of. They've been behind the downfall of the so-called Negro in America.
They've been behind every fucking thing.
They've been the main ones.
Let me guess. The Jews. The Jews. Y'all a bunch of assholes.
See, and that they don't want the world to understand that information, but that information is out.
It's out. Everybody knows.
Everybody knows.
Everybody know that those small head, big nosed bastards, big nosed bastards are in control of everything and destroying every fucking thing. Your own fucking counterpart Edomites hate your ass, man.
The sun hate your ass. Motherfucking animals hate your ass. A bison, bison smacked shit out that old ass man.
He chased him too. He chased him around. He was trying to
chased him
run.
around.
I seen that.
That motherfucker flew in the air. I was like, damn.
But then there's another video too, Salaki.
Yeah, go ahead, bro.
There's another video too of a bison coming up to Jake's car and like let's pet him and everything.
I seen that too.
Yep.
So they know who the wicked is.
Like, you motherfucker.
Go ahead, bro.
Book of Luke, chapter 12, and verse 2.
The girl don't even like you. What do you say after rush hour? I'm good for the girl.
Luke 12 and verse 2, it says, "For there is nothing covered that shall not be revealed, neither hid that shall not be known."
There you go. So that was hidden information at one point. Now it's out there in the open, and that's the Lord's doing. Remember, in Obadiah says 1:6 says how the things that Esau searched out. The angels always had their eye on Esau this whole time. Everything that he's been doing has been recorded in the heavens. So you can't, and that's why nothing is hidden. Because he said, hey, lawyer, it's one of your precepts that you always bring out. How the Lord's eyes is in all places.
I was about to say that.
Yeah.
The curse is in the house of the thief.
Yep. The
Speaking
curse
on
is in the house of the
yeah,
thief.
Speaking on the chariot.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So you got chariots watching this place, but watching this place.
Surveillance.
There you go.
Surveillance.
Yep. Palantir
Yeah, data center that motherfucker.
Right.
You got a data center in the heavens.
Right.
Big chariot.
Stupid ass.
Can't even imagine.
Big chariot.
It's the book of Proverbs, chapter 15 and verse 3. And it reads, "The eyes of the Lord are in every place, beholding the evil and the good."
Behold means look. What's that? Look.
That's why the Lord said He's gonna revenge you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
But hey, I actually made that all for this.
No, read that again.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 15 and verse 3. "The eyes of the Lord are in every place."
Like, who's the eyes of the Lord? The angels. You know what I'm saying? The angels, man. You got all the warrior angels. You got all the angels, man. watching this place, watching Esau.
Man, you got angels on, you got remember the movie Angels in the Outfield?
Yeah.
You got angels on earth, man.
You got angels watching. We got
Yeah.
angels appointed to us.
Yeah.
Yep.
Angels everywhere, man. Yeah, angels right when y'all wake y'all red asses up, 3 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning, and get to those goddamn shelters and have those councils and round tables with Satan. You got the angels right there.
Working on your mind.
Angels is right there, man.
Who you think you're getting your counsel from when you do all those rituals? The
Watching,
left-hand side.
man.
Yep.
You being watched, man. Like you watching us, the Lord is watching you. Go ahead.
I got
So the angels are top surveillance.
Yeah.
They the head.
That's where they get it from with the satellites and stuff like that.
Yep.
That's where they get it from. They get it from the
Ezekiel's,
chariots.
The satellites look like the bottom of the
or
tree.
is it
Right.
Zechariah? Ezekiel, when they explain the angels and the eyes.
You talking about the wheel?
Yeah, the wheel.
That's the Ezekiel
yeah,
one.
yeah. That's where they get that from. Having all the eyes. Yep.
I got some info right quick before I finish the preset.
Go ahead.
I typed in the chat, the nation with the highest UFO sightings. It says, based on the largest long-running UFO reporting database, the countries with the highest number of reported UFO sightings are, number 1, the United States, Babylon the Great. It says, by far the most, with over 140,000 reports on some major database, which is pretty sure it's more than that. You know,
That's a lot.
number 2 is Canada, right, which is still the land of the North, right? Number 3 is United Kingdom, where Esau's over there, right? Number 4 is Australia, and then number 5 is India. Yeah, so like the most surveillance by the angels are right here in Babylon the Great.
Yep.
Back in Proverbs chapter 15 and verse 3, the eyes of the Lord are in every place, beholding the evil and the good.
Holding the evil and the good. So they get that Santa Claus story from.
Oh
Yep.
yeah, facts.
Yep. That making a list, checking it twice, gonna find out who's naughty and nice. But that's what the Lord is doing. He's searching the righteous and the wicked.
Slocky, if I may, I went into that word, the eye, where in Proverbs 15:3, where it says the eyes of the Lord. The Hebrew word is ayan, and one of the definitions is spiritual faculties, which is talking about ultimately the heavenly realm, the angelic forces, which is the righteous angels and the evil angels. They do the Lord's bidding, they do His will, which is pursuant to Sirach 39, which says they appease the wrath of Him that made them. Right? They're consistently doing the work of the Heavenly Father, on both sides, all over the earth. There's nothing that the Lord hasn't searched out.
You can't run away from it. You think you hiding your hand from the Lord, nigga. As soon as you put your hand behind your back, the Lord is right there looking at your stupid ass.
Like full HD, like
yeah, you still being watched, man. That's how dumb Esau is, man.
He can see through your whole anatomy. He can see all your cells in your body going off and working.
Terminator.
Like,
right. Terminator. Looking for the girl. Yeah. When he got out the truck or whatever, he walked up to the dudes and and shit.
Like the clothes fit me, like
yeah.
Your clothes fit me, like
Get out. Get out. Get out.
That's how them angels is, man. Terminators.
Yeah, Terminators, man.
Get out.
Go ahead. Hey, the angels got a heavy, got a nice portion of authority. That look, they got a lot of, they do a lot of work, man. Hey, the angels, man, they be getting busy, man. But go ahead, let's keep it going.
The scriptures say that the eyes of the Lord are 10,000 times brighter than the sun. 10,000 times brighter than the sun. Behold, it says, beholding all the ways of man. And discovering the most secret parts.
So you really look, it's things that we don't know that this devil has done that we're gonna find out. We're gonna find out everything that you've been doing, man. Alright? And that's why it's gonna be a double. Alright? Double is gonna happen to this devil. I got it.
It's like I got This is back in Matthew 24 and 5. It says, "For many shall come in my name, saying, I am the chosen, and shall deceive many."
Yep.
And that could be anybody telling you this is a way, this is the way you can justify anybody.
Buddhism,
Anybody.
atheism,
Yup.
goddamn,
Anybody.
whatever.
Verse 6. "And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars.
Yep.
See that ye be not troubled."
Because we understand that this is a part of prophecy. We're not gonna get all, scared and shooken up. You gotta understand these is the things that's written in Scripture. So the Lord is giving us a one-up. It's a blessing, and that He's giving us a one-up on the world. Go ahead.
It says, "See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet.
Yep, that's it. Go ahead.
For nation shall rise against nation,
Nation against nation.
and kingdom against kingdom,
Yep.
and there shall be famines and
Now
pestilence."
let's deal with the nation, and kingdom, and kingdom. We see this ongoing racial tension, and it ain't just between blacks and whites anymore either. Indians
Social
getting
class.
involved, different social classes getting involved, all type of stuff. You know,
Right, exactly. And
it was just
Lord,
a big thing against those Korean motherfuckers
12,
not too long ago.
49. Yeah.
Yep, it was just a big thing with the Asian community
Yep.
against the black community.
That's right.
That was just a thing in the beginning of this year.
Yeah.
So it ain't just against Esau and Jacob.
It's the whole
nations
nation.
against nations. It's you finding out who's your enemies.
Right.
You find out who's your allies.
Right.
You know.
And everybody is incensed against Israel too.
Yep.
Everybody. Don't nobody like us.
This is Luke chapter 12 and verse 49, and it reads,
Chapter what?
Luke chapter 12 and verse 49.
Chapter 12.
Luke 12 and 49. It's joking or something, bro.
What did he say? What did he say?
Chapter 12, man.
12. There we go. He said speak
Chapter 12, man.
Yo, Dave, before you read that, man, Esau put Jake in speech classes and shit. You know what I'm saying? I was in speech class
Yeah,
for sure.
we
Yeah,
can't.
me
The
too. I had a
English,
speech
is,
class.
the English and shit is fucked up. How you get? You can't say.
We're
Yeah, I
not
had a
supposed to speak
speech
this
class.
language.
Because I had a speech class, I used to say roaches instead of roaches.
Yeah.
My mama like, ain't no goddamn roaches, roaches.
It's milk.
Yeah.
Merc.
Yeah, it's English, man. No, I was just fucking with you. Go ahead.
This is Luke 12.
Say it in Hebrew.
Right. Well, understand.
Right. Go ahead.
This is Luke 12 and 49, and it reads, "I am come to send fire on the earth, and what will I if it be already kindled?"
Yeah, so it's gonna be a lot of commotion and violence that's gonna be going on, man. And this is what we tell you. If you paying attention to the news and articles and being watchful, it's not like a fear, but it's like a oh shit, like this devil is getting ready to do some shit. It's like what? Yeah, in every field is like he's over here doing something. He's over here doing something. He's doing something with the wildlife, the forest, the fires. Then he's doing something with the data centers, the sensors. Then he's doing something with the atmosphere and the global warming. And he's doing shit on every fucking different level. You know, every fucking different level for it's gonna be a big bang where it's gonna box the world in. He's covering all avenues to box everybody in. You see? And he's generating. In the beginning of the movie Escape from LA, they was talking about hella famine, fires, riots, civil unrest, diseases, all type of shit was going on in the beginning. And that's why they wanted to do the surveillance and checkpoints and things like that. So something is gonna happen where this devil's gonna be like, this is the time to move in. Now it's the time to lock these people up. All right?
I mean, because when you read further in Revelation 6, it actually goes into famines and stuff.
Yep.
That black horse,
Yep.
death, and then he's generating all of this.
Yep.
He's setting the stage for all of that. The Lord is putting it on the spirit for him to do that.
Yep.
Because he's bringing everybody down to the final hour of judgment.
Yep.
Or the temptation, the hour of temptation. Yep. You got it.
But I have a baptism to be baptized with, And how am I straightening it till it be accomplished?
Yep. So the Lord had to suffer, basically. He had to be fully immersed in suffering. And the scripture said he was appointed with Isaiah 53. You got it.
Suppose ye that I am come to give peace on earth? I tell you nay, but rather division.
There you go. So it's the Lord's division. It's the Lord bringing division in the earth. Why? Because you're going to have those who believe on him and then those that don't. He's separating the household. That was it. Go back. Yeah. I mean, that breakdown of the household, the families, and all that.
Yep.
But this basic, this is Matthew chapter 24, verses 7. It says, for nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences.
Famine and pestilences. We see what's happening with the smoke, the smog. Okay, the wildfires, the generated destroying farmlands. All right, putting poison in the water, the derailing of trains. All right, which just so happened that they had chemicals in it and polluting the place. You know, the people end up drinking this water and dying from diseases, man. Pestilences.
You can't even go to the beach without catching a rash and stuff. Yeah. It says in earthquakes in diverse places.
Yep, and earthquakes in diverse places, man. Remember, it was an earthquake in New York like 3 years ago. Apostle Howard was actually doing a video when it happened.
Yeah, I remember that.
You know?
You know, they say there's been thousands,
thousands.
Of earthquakes that have been happening daily.
Yep.
And
It's a website. I can't think of the name of the website.
Yep.
I think it's called like Earthquake Finder or something like that.
Yeah, so
Yeah, it's a website for it though.
yeah, and that's crazy because that's how you know we close. Even with things like being so, it feels normal, which we know it ain't normal no more. But you got thousands of earthquakes, and the Lord said He would visit the world with that before it's coming.
Yep.
So like, can I bring this up right quick to add to your point? I put in how many earthquakes has it been in the world this week? Right, it says there have been thousands of earthquakes worldwide over the past week.
Right. So that right there is just showing you that that's nothing normal. All right. That's like an anomaly. All right. That's a phenomenon. Okay. And that's what people would
Thousands within a week.
That's what people would call biblical proportion. You know. That's biblical proportion, man. That's nothing light. You got it. Was that it? Yeah, I could go back.
Shalom, Mark, him on the comment board.
So this is Matthew chapter 20. Matthew 24 and 8. It says, all these are the beginning of sorrows. Then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted, and shall kill you, and ye shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake.
Yep, read it again and go a
It
little
says,
slower.
Then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted.
No.
Oh, yeah, good.
Start, verse 8. Yep.
Matthew 24 and 8, it says, all these are the beginnings of sorrow.
Yeah, all these are the beginnings of sorrows, because with what we just read, it's going to bring fightings, disputings, situational things going on the earth. Nation is going to be civil unrest. It's going to be chaos.
Race riots.
Like you don't like this. Look, man, you can't just read it. You got to see it.
Yeah.
What comes from dividing households? Sorrows. What comes from earthquakes? Death. Emergencies.
Yeah.
What comes from pestilences?
Look at 2
You know?
5:1.
You gotta really, when you read the scriptures, you gotta actually visualize on how the world condition is gonna be.
And the scriptures give you somewhat of that detail.
Right. You gotta like when we say all this is happening, then we go out in the world and then we see the mindset of the people. We read the comments of videos of earthquakes. We read the comments of videos of the wars and look at the minds of the people. And you can see that the world is in a sorrowful state. They're angry, they're mad, they're sad. Oh, we need the Lord. People say, oh, we're at the end of the world. We are in some sorrowful times, man. And it's a fucking illusion on this fucking internet. It's an illusion, but the world is actually sorrowful. I was just seeing a fine ass Edomite bitch. She was a little older, And now this is a nigga turn. This is Jake. I'm tired of being sick and tired. She on the phone, and she walking through the store talking to somebody. Like it's like she ain't in her own world. You know what I'm saying? She was like, I'm tired of being tired. It's an Edomite bitch. You know? So the world is languishing, man. People are tired. People getting fucked up. People's worlds are not the same, man. Their households are not the same. Family members that have died, these people are like, they don't know how to handle death. So when people die, people are losing their minds.
They stay grieving.
Yeah.
For like years and years.
Yeah, they don't let it go. It's like, and then they build a grudge against the Lord.
Yeah,
You know.
yeah. Can I bring up the definition for the word sorrow? This etymology of the word sorrow, really quickly, it says grief, regret, trouble, care, pain, anxiety.
Yeah, so that's what people are suffering from in the world, and more so, you know, especially in America. You know?
If I may, because it said regret, right? And you got these Edomites that are bucking up against the government and Trump, you know, regretting their vote, regretting, you know, putting this guy in office, you know.
Yeah.
You got that's going to lead to insurrection. Man. Scriptures talk about that. That's part of the division that the Lord brings. All right, going in, back to Matthew 24:9. It says, and then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted, and shall kill you, and ye shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake. And then shall many be offended, and shall betray one another, and shall hate one another. It says, and many false prophets shall rise, and shall deceive many.
Yeah, can you start again?
up.
Yep.
Verse 9, 24:9, Matthew, it says, then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted.
Yeah, and it's talking about the prophets. Okay, now going back into the ancient world, this is what happened with the disciples, became apostles, and the believers. They were getting delivered into the Romans' hands. And guess who initiated those things? The Jews. Wicked ass Israelites. Okay? Go ahead.
It's like, and shall kill you.
Yep.
And ye shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake.
Yep, and this is what's happening now because we're a threat to the world.
Boy, it's that name, boy.
We're a threat to the world. All right? And eventually, the killing part will happen. Eventually, Esau, Edom will come down on the tribes, but specifically, they will come down on the elect. See, they knew that Yahushua was the man. They knew that there was the Messiah. They had to find out how to get him out of there. Same thing that happened with the apostles. They had to find out how to get him up out of there. All right? They were setting up false accusers, false accusations. All these guys are starting uproars, uprisings, seditions, you know? Anything to accuse, all right, to destroy you. And this is what you got to understand. You can't just read that and like, yeah, that's what the apostles went through. No, this is what we're going to go through. Okay? We're going through it on a you know, like on a spiritual level, as far as like, you know, well, not like a spiritual level. They're persecuting us by the way of setting up agents and these other these videos of coming up against us. Vocab Malone, that's a form of beginning of persecution. You know, it's an attack. Persecution means to attack. It's an attack. That's it. Okay, so it's going to be a verbal attack with agents and things like that, and then it's going to come to be an actual physical attack. You know? You got it.
Matthew 24:10. It says, and then shall many be offended, and shall betray one another.
Yeah, and out of all the hell that's going to be going on, you're going to have Jake being offended at what the Lord has set up. Jake going to get offended at the world. You know, offended at all these atrocities, the things that's happening. You know, they're going to get offended at this truth because we're the ones that's saying this is going to happen. You know?
Matthew 13 goes into how they're going to be offended by and by for the little tribulation.
Yep.
it's like a sifting. So the Lord is about to do the final sifting among the elect, or he's going to sift those who don't belong from the elect, you know? So that's how you got to look at it as well, you know? Yep, that's right. There you go, because that's, now we're coming down to the wire of who the Lord's chosen is, okay? Going back, this is Matthew 24, and Slaki in 11. It says, and many false prophets shall rise and shall deceive many, and because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold.
Because you see all these people waxing cold. The waxing cold, that goes back to being cycle, right?
Yeah.
So people's minds is totally fucked up out here, man. You know? Because you look at the internet, you know what I'm saying? You look at TikTok, you look at Facebook, you look at these videos of how people just, you know, fight in the middle of the street, you know, just doing weird, wild shit out of nowhere in the streets, man. Because their minds polluted. People got demons out there. You know?
Family members turning on family members.
Yep. Matter of fact,
That's the biggest thing too.
yeah, matter of fact, shit, you got cousins killing each other, man. You know what I'm
Bragging
saying?
about it.
Bragging about the shit, right? Going on the internet talking about the shit. You know, you got. I seen one brother posted on the line. This one fucking Jake, man, he was beating his mama ass over some money. You know, this the time we in, man. This is the perilous times we are facing right now. You know, people losing their wits, man.
Yep. It says, but he that shall endure unto the end,
Yep.
the same shall be saved.
Yep.
Yep. This thing is about endurance.
Yeah, it's all about, you know,
Getting through that tribulation.
Yep.
You know, because we know the Lord has set it up for us to go through it because what? It's part of our baptism. You know? You had Wi-Fi going back and forth with some group about baptism. The real baptism is the affliction. And being fully submerged in the words of the Heavenly Father. Okay?
Yep.
So it says in this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all of the world for a witness unto all nations, and then shall the end come.
Yep, and exactly what we're doing. We're preaching, prophesying, you know what I'm saying, to the whole world, basically. You start with the elect.
Yeah, because it started with the disciples who became apostles, and they preached into the known world. They preached, you know, you had the ministry among the Gentiles, and you had the ministry among the ones that were the Jews and Jewry. But you know, it expanded, okay, to the Israelite foreigners that were scattered in the known world at that time.
Yep.
You know, scattered in these Greek city-states, in these Roman city-states. You know, and then that's how you know. I'm gonna read it again. Matthew 24:14. It says, "And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations, and then shall the end come." Okay, because this is dealing with our time. Yeah, you know. Oh, Psalms 119.
Yeah, somebody get that.
Yeah, 19. Yeah, so the mission has not been completed yet. All right, because the Lord told his disciples, all right, those that follow me in the regeneration. Okay, if somebody can get that, because this is essentially this ministry is the regeneration. Okay, it's the prophets coming back in the flesh to complete the mission, which was what? To preach to the four corners of the earth, so that the end may come.
Witnesses that Yahweh said, you shall be witnesses to the uttermost part. This is
That's
where that
Acts.
prophecy is being fulfilled, Acts 1. This is where that's being fulfilled at right now.
Will somebody get Acts 1? And then you got it, bro. Yeah.
This is the book of Psalm, the 19th chapter, starting at the first verse. It is titled "The Works and the Word of the Heavenly Father." It says, "The heavens declare the glory of Yahweh, and the firmament sheweth his handiwork."
Now, what is the glory of the Heavenly Father, and what's His handiwork? This truth.
This is it right
The
here.
righteousness coming, showering down on the earth and restoring things, making the things that are in darkness come to light. All that type of stuff. Awakening the minds of the Israelites, okay, who are in a dead sleep or spiritual dead sleep.
Yep.
Okay.
Verse 2, "Day unto day uttereth speech, and night unto night sheweth knowledge."
And going back to when it says shoe with his handiwork, the way that is by the way of the internet.
Yeah.
Everything of judgment, you can see it on the internet. All right. So the Lord's, we recognize it. You know, we recognize that this is of Yahweh Shemel. So all the judgments, the videos that we're watching and seeing, we seeing the handiwork of Yahweh Shemel Shai, the rising up of the prophets, the men of the Lord on the four corners of the earth. All right, we see the destruction that's taking place. All right.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Going back to Psalm chapter 19 and verse 2, "Day unto day uttereth speech, and night unto night sheweth knowledge. There is no speech nor language where their voice is not heard."
It says their voice. You see that? So that's how you know it's talking about people. It's dealing with the prophets. All right, where their voice is not heard, because we got this internet where languages can be translated. Okay.
Verse 4, "Their line is gone out throughout all the earth, and their words to the end of the world."
That's the satellite system. Yep.
Right.
Their line, they have, remember I used to have landlines on the ground?
Yeah.
They have the same setup
In the,
in the heavens.
yeah, the satellites. Because the satellites, it beams down the signal.
Yep.
It's all about the signals. And it goes, well, it's going to say, feed home.
Yep.
It says, "Their line is gone out throughout all the earth, and their words to the end of the world.
You gotta wear the internet.
In them hath he set a tabernacle for the sun."
Yeah, a tabernacle, which is a house, right? A place. For the sun is what? The knowledge.
Light, yeah.
There's truth. A tabernacle for the sun, which is what? The internet. The internet is a house of knowledge. Okay? The house of light.
Perfect light.
If you're watching the right channels, you know.
And when you turn on your phone, that's a light.
Yeah, that's a light. That's a light.
Verse 5, "Which is as a bridegroom coming out of his chamber, and rejoiceth as a strong man to run a race. His going forth is from the end of the heaven, and his circuit unto the ends of it."
And a circuit to the ends of it. What's a circuit? A circuit is like electricity. When you deal with a circuit in electricity, that circuit, that spark goes through. It has to go through one end and come back. It's a circuit. You
Yeah,
know?
because it's a picture of United States, and you got the
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they connect. All the nations are connected by a satellite.
that's the World Wide Web.
Yeah.
www.something.com.
I always say in this internet, the heavy lifting.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's a continuation of the ministry. Yeah, so it's not. It ain't us. Yeah, I mean, it is essentially the Lord is using us, but it's His word or his his setup to wake up and to get this word out throughout the four corners of the earth.
I got you in Acts. This is the book of Acts, chapter 1 and verse 6. And it reads, "When they therefore were come together, they asked of him, saying, Lord, wilt thou at this time restore again the kingdom of Israel? And he said unto them, it is it is not for you to know the times or the seasons which the Father hath put in his own power. But ye shall receive power. After that, the Holy Spirit is come upon you. And ye shall be witnesses unto me both in Jerusalem and into all Judea and into Samaria and into the uttermost part of the earth.
That's it.
Yeah, so because the Lord had ascended right after. And so the ministry had to be content. They had to teach in Yahushua's name. They had to put forth miracles. But Yahushua was gone. He was at the right hand side of the Father. You know? And so that ministry continued. Right? And then of course the prophets had to rest. And then what did the book of the Revelation say about, you know, what did John receive from the angel? He told him he had to prophesy again.
Yep.
You see?
Yep, that's the reincarnation.
If I may real fast, this Revelation 10 and verse 11, and it reads, and he said unto me, thou must prophesy again before many peoples and nations and tongues and kings.
Yeah. So you got it, bro.
Come on. This is the book of St. Matthew, chapter 19. I'm going to start at verse 27. Then answered Peter and said unto him, behold, we have forsaken all and followed thee. What shall we have therefore? And Yahushua said unto them, verily I say unto you, that ye which have followed me in the regeneration, when the Son of Man shall sit shall sit in the throne of his glory.
So that's a future prophecy. Right? Go ahead.
It says, in the regeneration, when the Son of Man shall sit in the throne of his glory, ye also shall sit upon 12 thrones, judging the 12 tribes of Israel.
So there's a regeneration.
Yep.
You know, so the ministry had to continue. They had to prophesy again, and then they had to essentially endure to the end.
Suffering.
Yep, and then be saved. You know?
Yep.
So this ministry is all part of that whole process, the regeneration. So we had to come back in the flesh to prophesy again, and then be saved.
This is the last go round right here. This is it right here. This is it.
Yes, sir.
You got it. So we're there.
Back in Matthew,
Yep.
back in Matthew 24 and 14. It says, in this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world,
Right.
for a witness unto all nations, and then shall the end come. When ye therefore shall see the abomination of desolation, spoken of by Daniel the prophet, stand in the holy place.
Yeah, now this is dealing with back in the ancient world. Okay, the abomination of desolation was prophesied to happen, which was talking about 70 AD. The besiege that's going to happen to the Romans. Okay? Go ahead.
It says, whoso readeth, let him understand. Then let them which be in Judea flee into the mountains. Let him which is on the housetop not come down to take anything out of his house. Neither let him which is in the field return back to take his clothes. And woe unto them that are with child, and to them that give suck in those days. But pray ye that your flight be not in the winter, neither on the Sabbath day. Why? Because the Romans they would essentially wait for the Sabbath day just to attack Jacob, you know? And he's saying this because what? The Lord was going to put an end to the Israelite state, the Israelite inheritance, okay, which was the land. You know, he was going to disband all the Jacob and disperse them, and put an end to their you know, to that civilization. All right. So it says, verse 21. It says, "For then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, never, nor ever shall be. It says, and except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved. But for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened.
That's
Deal with our time. Yep. Because the Lord is, and it's spiritual. And all the prophets, they had like a twofold. They be prophesying against how you say, they'll prophesy against a nation that's ruling at that moment, but they'll speak in future tense to a nation that, as an example, that would come back like, you know, the nation that they're prophesying against. So that's what the Lord is doing here, because it's twofold. And it says that then if any man shall say unto you, lo, here is Hamashiach, or the chosen, or there, believe it not, for there shall arise false anointed and false prophets, and shall shew great signs and wonders, insomuch that if it were possible, they shall deceive the very elect. You know?
It ain't possible.
No, it's not possible.
And they gonna try. They got with this AI system. They gonna try some shit. Yeah, I was just thinking that Project Bluebeam.
And you think, you know, you think it's a chariot, but it's really a hologram.
Yep.
You know.
They're already showing things on Facebook, right? With all of these other videos, and these people in these videos, it's getting realer and realer. You know?
It says, behold, I have told you before, wherefore if they shall say unto you, behold, he is in the desert, go not forth. Behold, he is in the secret chambers, believe it not. For as lightning cometh out of the east, and shineth even unto the west, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. For wheresoever the carcass is, there will the eagles be gathered together. And this is dealing with salvation. Okay, so he's saying don't look for him here. Don't, if they say he's there, don't go. Because when he comes back, he coming back to save. You know?
I got a quick. This is 2 Timothy 2:10. It says, therefore I endure all things for the elect's sake, that they may also obtain the salvation which is in Hamashiach, Yahweh Shai.
Yeah.
Hey, look up the word obtain. So we gotta obtain, man, to be in order to be saved out this hellhole. You know, that's why you always gotta think about that. Oh, are you the elect or not, man? You know what I'm saying? Because we can't say we the elect, but we the hopeful elect.
Don't put in no work.
Yeah.
You gotta put in work.
Yep.
This
That's part of doing all things for the elect's sake.
Right.
You know? Look up where obtain.
I gotta
Go ahead.
Shalaki. This is obtained in the etymology. It says to get or acquire, inherit, gain, or conquer.
Read it again.
To get or acquire, inherit, gain, or conquer.
Obtain.
Obtain. What else?
Gain, right?
It
Con-
says
con-
conquer.
Conquer.
It says conquer too in the etymology.
Yeah. You gotta conquer. You gotta conquer this flesh.
It says, oh, Shalaki. Hold fast, take hold of, get possession of.
Yeah.
Hold fast.
It's true. Get possession of the understanding.
That's part of being steadfast.
Yep.
Yeah, because this is what's going to carry us through the times.
Yeah.
Understanding the will of the Heavenly Father.
Yeah.
You know, when things start to happen on earth, that's like, you know, mind-boggling. That's you know, a lot of people are going to be perplexed. They're not going to know what to do. You know, us understanding the will of the Heavenly Father is going to get us through. Like, we know that these things are supposed to happen, that we're supposed to go through what we need to go through to get salvation.
Real quick, this just to back the elder up. This is the book of Romans, chapter 11, and verse 7. What then? Israel have not obtained that which he seeketh for, but the election hath obtained it,
Right.
and the rest were blinded.
Right, obtain. Go back to obtain again.
Obtain to get or acquire, inherit, gain, or conquer. Hold fast, take hold of, and get possession of.
Romans the 11th chapter and the 7th verse. What then? Yasha'Allah have not obtained that which he seeketh for, but the election hath obtained it, and the rest were blinded.
Right, so the men of the Lord, the prophets, we obtain the ministry. We obtain the word of Yahweh Bashim Abishai. But the rest are blinded. Who the rest? 2/3, man. Because we out here prophesying week in and week out. You know what I'm saying? To gather the fruit, man. You know, we gather the fruit. You know what I'm saying? To the guests, basically. You know. So we gathering the elect, man, by pushing the word out. You know.
It says by my in Isaiah 34, it says you want to grab that real quick? What is it? Is it 16 where it says by his spirit it has gathered them?
Oh, that's
34
Isaiah 34 16.
Yeah, 34 16.
I
You
just-
got what we got it?
This is Isaiah 34 and 16. It says, "Seek ye out of the book of the Lord and read.
Yep.
No one of these shall fail."
Which is the prophecies, and this is what we're speaking about. A part of the prophecies is Ezekiel, the 37th chapter of the Valley of the Dry Bones. Go ahead.
None shall want her make.
You can't make this book with no other book, no other religion, doctrine. Go ahead.
For my mouth it have commanded,
By my mouth it has commanded.
and his spirit it have gathered them.
That's it. The Spirit has gathered them. So we're gathered here today by the Spirit of Yahweh Bashim Al Shai, by the way of the words from the book.
And we obtained it.
We obtained it. Okay?
Yep, old fast, yep.
Yep. So going back to Matthew 24 and 27, it says, "For as the lightning cometh out of the east and shineth even unto the west."
Now these are now we're going into future prophecy.
And this
Which is
similar to
yeah, similar. This is finna come. So go ahead.
"So shall also the coming of the Son of Man be."
Also come to the Son of Man be. This is where we're at in time. We're at in time now. We done went through the various of different prophecies. We could have go a little more deeper in detail with each section of it, you know. But that right there is you know, like the outline of what's going to take place before Yahweh Shah returns. The scripture speaks about measuring the time diligently. We just reading over things that we have to measure. We have to measure to be aware of when the Lord is going to be, when He's going to crack the clouds. You know, prophecy is very important to pay attention to because that's how you know when Yahweh Shai is to return. Okay, you got it.
It says, "For wheresoever the carcass is, the elect,
Yep.
there will the eagles be gathered together."
Which is the chariots to deliver them. We're gonna have to get delivered, man. It's gonna look. This place gonna be up in flames. Ain't no swimming out that. You ain't swimming out no. You ain't. You know what I'm saying? Swimming in the fucking fire. Ain't no getting up out of that fire, man.
You can't.
You know.
You can't even take a plane out of this motherfucker. You gonna get
Hey,
consumed.
well, off of Independence Day, the plane when the missiles, when the chariots had shot the laser beams and them planes was trying to take off,
Yeah.
got their ass consumed, man.
The only way out is Yahweh Shai.
Only way out, yeah. Only way out is up.
Yeah, that's it. Dang, which way is up?
Which way is up? Spike Lee.
Yeah,
Which way is up?
yeah. That was the fire.
Yeah,
we
Richard
supposed
Pryor.
to- yeah,
Yeah, Chewy. Chewy ass.
Yeah, Richard Pryor, he was a false preacher.
Yeah, that nigga.
Matthew 24 and 29, it says, "Immediately after the tribulation of those days shall the sun be darkened, and the moon shall not give her light, and the stars shall fall from heaven, and the powers of the heavens shall be shaken." And the
Yeah,
stars,
that's the elite. They're gonna be a fright. That's the elite. The powers from heaven shall be shaken. This government system.
Yep.
Get it with the elite. Alright? And the stars, like you should say, are those missiles. Man.
Yep.
Hey, when you watch the beginning, that's another lesson that I want to do, just to show this imagery of. I was watching Gladiator, you know, the original Gladiator, Russell Crowe. In the beginning, when they were shooting the arrows, but they was putting the fire with it. But the way it looked like missiles. Like in the movie, it looked like it was missiles being shot. I gotta
At the very beginning.
at
when
the
he was
very
at the
beginning
war?
when they was at the war in the beginning.
Okay. I gotta check that out.
I promise you, it looked like missiles flying.
So yeah, and that's how you know this is also dealing with our time, because of the Roman Empire didn't fall suddenly. It didn't fall. It didn't. Their government didn't.
Fall in one day.
Yeah, exactly. It says immediately after the tribulation of those days shall the sun be darkened, and the moon shall not give her light, and the stars shall fall from heaven. And those stars are the missiles, and the powers of the heavens shall be shaken. It says, and then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven, and then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn. That's the sign is the spaceship, because he's gonna come from outer space into this realm. All right, he's gonna make himself be known, and all nations gonna see him.
That's gonna be scary.
Yeah,
a terrifying thing. Man.
I remember having dreams
And
of just seeing this like big red portal. It was like a fiery portal, and in the skies was like amber, like a burnt orange, reddish.
That's coming
Yeah,
cracking
it
the
was
sky.
scary.
Basically cracking the sky.
Matthew 24 and 30, it says, and then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven, and then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn, and they shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds, the chariots of heaven, right, the spaceship of heaven, with power and great glory. And he shall send his angels with a great sound of a trumpet, and they shall gather together his elect from the four winds, from one end of heaven to the other. So you're gonna have a spaceship, the Father ship, which is gonna be gigantic. It's gonna be so big you ain't gonna be able to see it, the end of it. And as Second Ezra is that the 14th chapter or 13th, where it describes how the Lord coming back. 13, right? So, and then you're gonna have an armada of angels with chariots, with their spaceships picking up the elect. I had a vision on that too. But this vision was showing like millstones, fiery millstones coming and hitting the earth. At the same time, we being delivered up. So the angels, you seen a fleet of angels. I seen in my vision the fleet of angels just start beaming Jacob. And at the same time, you seen the fiery millstones coming and hitting the earth, and it was damaging everything.
That scripture says scarcely be saved.
Yeah. And so it was happening simultaneously.
Yeah.
You got it, bro.
Real quick, book of Revelation, chapter 11, verse 12. It says, and they heard a great voice from heaven saying unto them, come up hither. And they ascended up to heaven in a cloud, and their enemies beheld them.
That's one of the many images of the chariot. Chariots of Israel is the formation of a cloud. All right. Go ahead. Read that part again.
Revelation 11 and 12. I'm just starting at 11 again.
We'll make it this. Yep.
Revelation 11 and 11, and after 3 days and a half, the Spirit of life from the Heavenly Father entered into them.
Yeah, the Spirit of life is the knowledge. All right, that great awakening. Go ahead. Because remember, who had got the Spirit of life? Adam. When it said breath, but then it said he was turned into a living soul. See, that's the same thing. All right, the Spirit of life entered into them. We became living souls. Okay. Because once we were dead. Without this knowledge, you're dead. Okay? He that wandered out of the way of the congregation shall remain in the he that what does it say? He that wandered out of the way of understanding shall remain in the congregation of the dead. Okay? So you're dead if you don't have this knowledge. So the Spirit of life woke us up. That's what quickening means. Now we're quickened, alive. Now we have this truth. That's why it says now the living, how the living shall know that the Lord ruleth in kingdoms of men. We understand that by the way of the angels and Yahweh Shema Shah is orchestrating all of this. How these empires fall, how these empires rise. That's very important to understand. Okay? And another part of that is that we understand that Yahweh Shai's empire will never fall. Okay? That's why we're doing this. We're doing this for the kingdom of heaven's sake. For an everlasting kingdom, a world without end. All right? That's the living. That's the knowledge. That's the understanding that the world don't got. All right?
My kids be like, every time I go to camp, they be like, you going to work? I be like, yeah, why you always going to work? And I said, if I don't go to work, we ain't got no future.
Best way to put it.
Right. But if we don't go to work, we ain't got no future.
For you motherfuckers that ain't going to work, ain't hoping for the future, the salvation, man. Fuck y'all, man.
Yep.
I'm gonna keep saying it too, man. Fuck you niggas, man.
Yeah,
Like straight up, nigga.
Yeah, he that ain't. If you don't gather, you what it says.
Yeah, man.
You scatter.
Scatter.
Yeah.
Yep.
So if you ain't doing the work, you just in the way.
Yeah,
in the
yeah,
Lord,
yeah.
man. The Lord ain't.
If you stop doing this work the right way, man.
Yes.
The right way. It's a certain way you do this ministry, man.
Yeah,
It's a certain way you can't do it how you want to do it, man. You can't go outside and teach when you want to go outside and teach. See? You gotta become a new man on top of that. It's a whole different, it's a whole lifestyle. It ain't just you all know how it's in Bible, because you can be a nigga when a camera cut off. It's the transitioning of your mind. That's the sacrifice. By the renewing of your mind. Your mind has to be renewed. You have to walk different.
Talk different.
You know?
Eat different.
Yeah.
That too.
You niggas still eating motherfucking flaming hots.
You know?
Fuck.
Your entire
Taki,
being has to
taki
be
shit.
your entire being has to be different
Yeah.
when you come into this truth, man.
Yeah.
It's a spiritual, it's spiritual, man.
You serving because you serving the Lord.
You're serving the power.
Yeah, you're not serving. You know what I'm saying? You ain't serving anybody. You're serving the Lord. So that requires, full subjection. And then you got to do it according to how He see fit, not according to how you see fit.
You're supposed to turn your whole life to Him.
Yeah, I got
Oh,
that.
Say, how does it go? It says, should we, our earthly father chastened us, should we not be, with the father of spirits?
Yeah.
Be in subjection.
Subjection.
Be in subjection under the father of spirits, man. Who's the father of spirits? Yahweh. So we have to be in subjection by taking part of this ministry. You know?
I got Psalms 104:3. It says, "Who layeth the beams of his chambers in the waters? Who maketh the clouds his chariot?"
Who maketh the clouds his chariot. And the Lord does that.
Yep.
Who maketh the cloud his chariot? Yahweh Shema Shai. So when you see certain clouds, they may not be clouds. Those are what the world calls a UFO, is cloaked. You know?
And it says, "Who walketh upon the wings of the wind? Who maketh his angels spirits, his ministers a flaming fire?"
Make his angel spirits.
Yep.
Ministers of flaming fire, because we are fire. You know, it's fire within us. You know? That's it.
Yep, that's it.
All right, you go back to Matthew.
This is Matthew chapter 24.
We're about an hour and a half in, hour and 45 minutes.
This is Matthew 24:31. It says, and he shall send his
Hour 40,
angels
close to it.
with a great sound of a trumpet,
We go to two hours, 20 minutes.
and they shall gather together his elect from the four winds, from one end of the heaven to the other.
That's the great deliverance, man.
Yeah, and that's why I said, wheresoever the carcass is, that there will the eagles be
Yeah.
together.
And you know, we the only camp that talks about the elect. You don't have no other camps talking about the elect. We're dealing with the elect being delivered, man. Those that's doing the work of Yahweh Shema Shai. All right? The elect, not all black people. We're not, the Lord didn't send us to raise up the nation of Israel. All right? Ain't no waking up the entire nation of Israel, man. It said the rest were blinded. You know?
Then it says a remnant shall return.
We focus on the elect.
Verse 31. Verse 32, it says, "Now learn a parable of the fig tree. When his branch is yet tender, he putteth forth leaves. Ye know that summer is nigh. So likewise, ye, when ye shall see all these things, know that it is near, even at the doors.
Even at the doors. So it's near. You know? The mark of the beast, God Fideikship, is near. That's near. And it's here, but it's not it's not mandate. I just use the simplest fucking word.
It's
not
at the
mandate,
door, but it's not mandate.
Yep. Cause that's another step of the prophecy that we're waiting on.
Or you could say, it's escape, but mandatory.
Right, mandatory.
For lack of better words. So 24, Matthew, and 34. It says, "Verily I say unto you, this generation shall not pass,
right,
till all these things be fulfilled."
That's it. What's written. That's it, man. We waiting on things to be fulfilled. What did it say? He measured into the same set measure be fulfilled. Okay, go ahead.
It says, "Heaven and earth." Go to the word generation. I just want to hear it. Verse 35. Heaven and earth, verse 35.
Hey, the scripture says the Lord words will not turn back into the void, man. So what's written in this book and being declared by the prophets, eventually those things are going to start to cycle into this reality, cycle into life in this world. And they're going to start playing out. And that's how you're going to know who the Lord's chosen. That's how you're going to know who is the man of the Lord. Who's been right about the Bible? Who's been right about these prophecies? That's when you're going to know.
And you shall know there was a prophet among you.
And you shall know that there's a prophet. Ezekiel 33 and 33.
You might have to read that. But it's Matthew 24 and 35. "Heaven and earth shall pass away, but my words shall not pass away." Scripture say the fashion of this earth passeth away, but my word shall remain forever. So whoever has his word, essentially you're going to make it to the end, only if you endure. It says, but of that day and hour knoweth no man, no, not the angels of heaven, but my Father only. But as the days of Noah were, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. For as in the days that were before the flood, they were eating and drinking, marrying and giving in marriage.
And you're seeing that today. You know, you're seeing that same shit today.
Until the day that Noah entered into the ark. Generation. I just want to. You can read it all.
Con, when you go into the word generation, it's the Greek word gena. Okay, and it says that which has been begotten, men of the same stock, a family, the several ranks of natural descent, the successive members of a genealogy.
Successive members of a genealogy. So it says in verse 34, Matthew 24:34, "Verily I say unto you, this generation shall not pass till all these things be fulfilled." See?
Like it speaks about the generations, like 14 generations in Matthew chapter 1. It's like the successive.
Yeah. You know, shine. Yeah. You got it, bro. That's it? So Matthew 24 and let's see, 39. It says, and knew not until the flood came and took them all away, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be.
Like you're unaware.
Yes.
Like the flood. It was a high peak of wickedness, high peak of evil. All right, pedophilia, transgenderism, Moism. They was doing trendy shit back in the ancient world, man. If they did it back then, they fucking did it now, man.
It just said no evil thought was
see this
Matthew
is new.
6. I mean Genesis 6, where it says there no
imagination.
Yeah.
Genesis 6. So they did whatever they thought. They did whatever they wanted. It's the same thing today, man. Ain't nothing new. It says, have you ever said that, see, this is new? It has been of old. You know?
Matthew 24:40, it says, then shall two be in the field, the one shall be taken and the other left. Two women shall be grinding at the mill, one shall be taken and the other left.
Yep.
Watch therefore, for ye know not what hour your Lord doth come.
Yeah, so the Lord's going to be picking out, delivering who he want to do. You know?
But know this, that if the good man of the house had known in what watch the thief would come, he would have watched and would not have suffered his house to be broken up.
Yeah, so if he would have watched, he would have paid attention. He would have knew. Okay, what's that? 1 Thessalonians 5:1. There's no need that I write unto you, for you know very well that the Lord cometh as a what? As a thief in the night. Here it is on Saturday. We could be following. We could be on a boat with boats and hoes, boats and hoes, drinking. You know, getting drunk, following, talking shit, talking about the fucking. I don't know what's going on right now. NFL is NFL over?
No, it's coming.
Oh, it's coming back now. Okay, the NBA and all this shit. You know what I'm saying?
The World Cup.
Yeah, all it ain't. You know, some brothers get into it in the mix. Ain't no wrong with that at all.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But you see the diehard crazy fans of they put that in their whole life.
Yeah, they can't
They
wait.
set up. They set up their schedules on when the person is gonna play, and they set their
Season
schedules.
tickets.
Yeah, season tickets, and we're gonna go on this date, that date, and they set up their whole life around these sports and shit.
Hotels and all that.
You know?
We're gonna eat here.
Yeah. But here it is. The Lord is on his way back. Here it is. The devil is cooking up a genius evil plan, beaky in the brain ass shit. All right, a real evil plan.
Conquer the world.
You know, what are we gonna do today? You know.
And that's just weird too. I got a Jake. He was just talking about Tony Romo. He just got caught here. Got an OWI.
Tony Romo.
Yeah.
Goofy as hell.
Yeah. Funny part about it was, I'm like, oh shit, he was in town. He's like, well, the dude, he's in the sports. Well, he lives in what do you say? He lives in Brookfield or Burlington or something like that.
Yeah.
That's where he's from.
You know where the fuck he lives?
Yeah, a lot of them Jakes be up there.
They idolize.
They know where they live. They know where they eat. They know what they do 5 times a year. Shit.
When I worked for Amazon, I've seen a few celebs out there in Brookfield. Yeah.
I got some quick information right quick. I Googled and asked the question of what does a thief in the night mean? It says the phrase like a thief in the night means something happens completely by surprise, in a hidden way.
Unexpected. Yeah. In a hidden way. So, in the Lord, and that's the Lord. The Lord has people blinded to how he's going to come. You know? And people going to be scoffing
being
up.
told to
Yeah.
still hidden. That's that veil. That veil.
And then, people gonna be scoffing up into the moment, living their life up into the moment. So it's gonna be exactly like the days of Noah. You gonna be partying, hey, party over here. Then you look up in the sky and you see all the missiles coming. It's gonna be bad. And the chariots
Some
too.
fireworks, I'm sure, and then behind the fireworks.
Remember, the Lord said basically he's gonna actually pull up with him and the angels right before the destruction. And he's gonna have like he's gonna see it like he's gonna like at the stadiums you got the skybox. Yeah, he's gonna be watching the destruction.
About that sea of glass.
Matthew 24 and 44. Therefore be ye also ready, for in such an hour as ye think not the Son of Man cometh. Who then is whom is his Lord hath made ruler over his household? Blessed is that servant whom his Lord, when he cometh, shall so do. And that's the elect, essentially feeding the flock. All right, and what is making haste of the kingdom. You know? It says, verily I say unto you that he shall make him ruler over all his goods. And if that evil servant shall say in his heart, my Lord delayeth his coming, right? The Lord ain't coming. Or he ain't gonna come in our time. He might be here in 30 years, you know, 1,000 years. So you know what Jake mind that. Yeah. It says, but if that evil servant shall say in his heart, my Lord delay his coming, and shall begin to smite his fellow servants, and to eat and drink with the drunken, the Lord of that servant shall come in a day when he looketh not for him, and in an hour that he is not aware of, and shall cut him asunder, and appoint him his portion with the hypocrites. There shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth.
I got a precept with that. This is on Revelation 3 and 10. It says, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I will keep thee from the hour of temptation.
So when he says he's going to keep us, look at that word. I think it starts with a T, Terazio or Torado, something like that. But that keeping you from the hour of temptation is guarding. It's guarding your mind. The hour of temptation is when the mark of the beast is going to be mandatory. That's going to be the testing of the world, testing the times.
Whether you're going to be eating or not. You'll be
I was right? Okay. Yeah.
Today.
Do it in the Greek. Well, it is the Greek, but I'm saying the blue letter. I don't. That's the.
Oh,
yeah.
I got it like that.
Yeah, go ahead.
This is
just do the word. Yeah. So just to hear it. No. You ain't on the right word.
On the root word.
No, you're not on the right word. I don't know what word you went to.
said patience on.
No. Keep.
Keep?
I will keep. Yeah, keep.
Okay.
Yeah, keep.
Yeah,
I will keep. This is it. Read what that said.
Yeah, to attend to carefully take care of guard.
Read it again.
To attend to carefully.
To attend to carefully. Go ahead.
To take care of.
To take care of.
To guard.
To guard.
Metaphor, to keep one in the state in which he is.
Yeah. See that? Go read that last one. To undergo.
Yeah, to reserve. To undergo something.
Okay. So yeah, to reserve, preserve,
That's his
hold
word.
fast. So what the Lord is going to do is He's going to put like a covering over our minds. He's going to keep us. He's going to guard us. All right. He's going to preserve us. That we won't take the chip. That we won't get so we won't faint not. The scripture says that thou fainteth in the day of adversity, that strength was small. The Lord is going to uphold us in the last days, man. He's going to put the Spirit upon us. He's going to keep us. All right? He's going to guard our minds. He's going to guard us from fainting. He's going to guard us from falling weak and getting to being afraid to taking a chip. All right? I will keep thee from the hour of temptation. We just got to hold fast to this word. We got to continue to believe in the word. All right? That's it on that.
Y'all
Go back to.
Y'all was going to read the rest
That was
of it.
in the mouth.
That's in the Matthew?
I was going to read the rest of it. It's Revelation 3 and 10. It says, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I will also keep you from the hour of temptation.
The hour of temptation is what? When the mark of the beast is implemented. That radio frequency identification chip, the RFID chip. Okay? Go ahead.
Which shall come upon all the world.
Which shall come upon all the world. So, out of everybody in the world who will be tempted by this, the Lord is going to guard the minds of the elect. Go ahead.
To try them that dwell upon the earth.
To try them that dwell upon the earth. Now, that's the testing. Now go to John 17 and go to that He will keep us. He said that I pray that you don't take them out of the world, but you keep them from danger or something like that. Keep them from the evil. And going to that, that same word is right there in John 17, which is the prayer that Yahweh prayed. That's the exact. So the Lord said it twice. All right, in John 17, and then it was said again in in Revelation 3. That's the same word. Everybody can grab it.
Wait a minute, say John 17. You said?
John 17. He said, I pray that you not take them out of the world. 17 and 15.
I got it right.
Go ahead.
This is John 17 and 15. So I pray not that thou shouldst take them out of the world, but that should keep them from the evil.
But thou shouldest keep them from the evil. That word is right there again. So we have to go through it. The righteous shall suffer straight things, but hope for why? Why? The Lord is gonna keep us. He's gonna maintain us. The word is there, preserve. Okay? He's gonna preserve us. He's gonna guard us in these last days, man. So that's where our hope resides. Yeah. Our hope is in Yahweh Bashir Shah protecting us. Because ain't nothing else we can really do. When the missiles come, it ain't nothing we can do. Right. The Lord give us power, or what, ain't nothing that we can do.
Absolutely nothing.
And we are those worms. We're worms. We need to be protected by the Lord. There's nothing that we can do, man. It's like it's frightening. Yeah. This shit is scary.
Precept.
Go ahead.
To your point, there's nothing we can do. There was nothing that the Lord could do. He prayed that the Lord remove that cup from him, but then ultimately he accepted his fate. It said that it said that the angel strengthened him. Right here it says Luke 22 and 42. Get right to the point. It says, 41. And when he withdrew from them about a stone's cast, he knelt down and prayed, saying, Father, if thou be willing, remove this cup from me. Nevertheless, not my will, but thine will be done. So he was obedient, even unto the point of death. It says 43. And there appeared an angel unto him from heaven, strengthening him. So ultimately, the Lord, like you said, to your point, the Lord's going to strengthen us and keep our minds from doing contrary to.
So an angel had to come and strengthen Yahweh in his weak moment.
Right.
So, an angel may come and be right there next to you. You finna get your head chopped off or something, or you finna like you in the line to get the chip, and you going through it in your mind and shit. You afraid, and,
It's dark out.
you know what I'm saying? And you see an angel standing right there, and you just your confidence like fuck it, you reject the chip. You know what I'm saying? You see an angel just pop up right there. He just sitting there, and he just give you nothing but inspiration. You know what I'm saying? To just say fuck that, I ain't taking shit.
Yeah,
You know?
like Braveheart. He's like, any more last words? See? Yeah, in his final hour.
Yep.
And he looked at the woman. Braveheart was looking at the woman and shit. He saw her. He saw his wife and shit.
Yeah.
And that was it. It was just like his final words was just like free.
Yeah.
But in that moment, you could tell he was scared until that moment.
Yeah.
And then the scripture said, fight for the Lord. You should fight for me.
That's it.
So I mean, that's how we gotta go.
That's the good fight for the good fight of faith.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was gonna mention that too, because that keeper, you know what I'm saying? You mentioned hope, and it plays a part of faith. Our faith, that's when faith get, faith comes into play.
Yeah, and it says, precious in the eyes of the Lord is the death of his saints, roughly paraphrased. Because again, that's what we just have to go out there with. Go out believing in the Lord, and that's the requirement, Because remember, he gave us the kingdom. He gave us all the kingdom. In the first Exodus, he saved every last one of us. Not an Israelite was left behind, but this second Exodus, he's only saving the remnant. And that remnant has to prove, we got to prove our faith. And the scriptures say prove the friend.
Yep. That's right.
I got precept 2. After you. I got
Look at Sirach or Ecclesiastes.
Thunderstorm. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Sirach.
And tomorrow?
Yeah. That's what it said before. Sirach or Ecclesiasticus in the Apocrypha, chapter 4, and verse 28. It says, strive for the truth unto death, and the Lord shall fight for thee.
Right, like Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. They fought for the truth unto death. You know, they told King Nebuchadnezzar, they wasn't careful to answer in that matter. They was tempted to bow down to that golden image. At the same time, nothing new under the sun. It's the same way now. And ultimately the Lord defended them when they went into that fire. They didn't even get touched. The people that threw them in there got burnt up.
I think of the 7 sons in 2 Maccabees chapter 7 as well. They strove for the truth unto death.
Nobody took a shame.
Oh, okay. Oh, y'all done? Come back. I ain't hear nothing y'all said.
Hey, camera did.
So like that's my fault.
Different world.
Yeah. This is it's lucky. No, we'll catch up
I
later.
got you, brother.
This is Job 5 and 17. It says, behold, happy is the man whom God corrected. Therefore despise not thou the chastening of the Almighty. So in our final hours, we just got to submit to the will of the Lord at the end of the day, and it says, for he maketh sore and bindeth up. He woundeth, and his hands make whole. He shall deliver thee in 6 troubles, yea, and 7. There shall no evil touch thee. And famine,
I used to love that.
in famine he shall redeem thee from death. And in war from the power of the sword. Thou shalt be hid from the scourge of the tongue. And that scourge of the tongue is when they say these men, when they accuse the brother, when they accuse us, of being terrorists or whatever they may say, or we are harmed to the American way or whatever,
It's like that vision I had.
Yeah, we was on TV and shit.
He's out, and half the people had believed it and they was calling the cops, and the other half was like, y'all good.
Yeah, because they just framed it. Esau framing everybody he wanted to destroy, man. So it says in famine he shall redeem thee from death, and in war from the power of the sword. Thou shalt be hid from the scourge of the tongue, neither shalt thou be afraid of destruction when it cometh. At destruction and famine thou shalt laugh, neither shalt thou be afraid of the beasts of the earth, for thou shalt be in league with the stones of the field, and the beasts of the field shall be at peace with thee. Yep. It says, and thou shalt know that thy tabernacle shall be in peace, and thou shalt visit thy habitation, and shall not sin. Yep. So the Lord, He's gonna have us in that time. Very, and it has to happen for us to receive that power for the Lord to raise up a standard against Esau. This thing has to happen that way, But it's all according to the will of the Lord. There's nothing that's going down that that's not happening at the behest or the charge of the Lord. So with that, hey, Lord willing, this was edifying. Until next time, we want to give all praise, glory, and honor to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Kakodash.
Double honors to our apostles of Great Millstone. Well, double honors to our apostles and bishops of Great Millstone. Peace, salutation, the hope elect. Pushing the word of truth to save. Shalom.
Shalom.
boy, that coffee that went through.